Today we're going to get into that juicy topic of carbs versus fat versus protein for energy and also to build some muscle on ketogenic and carbohydrates. Welcome everyone to my very humble life. Now I want to go straight into this topic of energy and muscle building. A lot of people still think that you need a lot of protein to build muscle. And then there are some gurus that say that you can get energy from protein. And I say make it make some darn sense. When or if you decide to go carnivore or ketogenic, and you just, poof, you cut out them carbs like rice, potatoes, grains, starch, sugar, honey, fruit, yellow squash, carrots. When you cut out beans, when you cut them out, your body needs energy. People try to get it from protein, or you can try to get it from fat. Which one actually is going to give you the energy? Well, obviously, the quick energy is going to come from the carbohydrates, the sugars, the fruit, which is why so many people added fruit to carnivore. But there's a problem. When you add fruit to carnivore, three weird things can happen. Histamine, Candida explosion. Yes, Candida albicans, the spores, the fungus, love fructose. And then fructose also goes into the liver cells as triglycerides. And, well, if you guys have a bogged down liver, kind of a bad idea. No, very bad idea. The problem is also with fruit, you can't get enough glycogen storage. You have about 10 or 15 minutes of energy at the gym, and then you tank. And then when you tank, your thyroid takes a hit. So fruit is not going to be your sustain energy, nor is your yellow squash or your raisins or your figs. These types of, or squash like your zucchinis, these types of plants are going to give you a wee bit of energy and then you're going to crash. Recognize the crash because they may not feel as bloated on a carnivore diet, and people will just ignore the obvious problems like just not enough energy, which is why people are adding the honey. They started with honey, then they started adding fruit, and I was like, are we in the upside down world? Why are you even bothering doing a carnivore diet if you're going to eat fruit? If your electrolytes are tanking, if you feel like you have low energy, just go back to low carb. Find the carbs that don't give you histamine or bloat, restore glycogen, and don't mess with doing a carnivore diet with fruit. That's just, it makes no sense. You're not going to get the energy that you need. If you don't adapt with just a meat diet, like just meat and fat, you're not in ketosis, and you feel better on fruit, just wait. Just wait. Your thyroid's going to tank over time. It doesn't happen in the beginning because you went from feeling bad to feeling a little bit better on honey and fruit to then feeling bad again. And I know this because I saw it with a keto diet trend that is now like this, and I'm trying to bring it back up. Then we have the protein. People are trying to use protein for energy. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot get energy from liver glycogen storages and available blood sugar. This is why people, again, have their thyroid tank, their sex hormones tank, their energy tanks. I know. And even if you feel like you've got energy all day long and you're not in ketosis, that's not, the liver glycogen is gone. You are running on a gluconeogenesis, and then you start to age like this. And then we have the carbohydrates for energy. Now, carbs are a great source of energy, right? We've got our rice, potatoes, starch, right? Combo with a little bit of the fruit that I don't think fruit is good because the fructose genetic manipulation. We're not eating wild fruits anymore. But the starches, they fill the glycogen storages up, gas tank gets filled, and then you have energy. The problem is that you have such a bolus amount of insulin that responds to all those starches that your blood sugar goes up, and then it goes up, and people start to have hypoglycemia, also on fruit. And that leaves the fat. If you can get into ketosis, the fat is where it's at. It burns very slow, even and for hours. And while your body is breaking down the fat with the gallbladder, with the lipase, with the stomach acid, the digestive enzymes that break down fat, and the gallbladder, of course, you're not hungry for hours. And your body's converting fat into ketones, which you can use all over the entire body, which helps leaky gut, your autoimmunity, your brain health, your mood, your reproductive hormones, because of the cholesterol is so important, your skin, all types of things become important from eating fat. The brain health, the lung health, all the cell lining health, reproductive health, thyroid health. The fat is amazing. And when you're eating fat with the cholesterol and the fat soluble vitamins and the omega-3s, it's a win-win-win. The lose is not getting into ketosis because your protein's too high, or somebody told you to eat fruit with your keto diet or your high-fat carnivore diet. It's a thing. You got to be careful for gluconeogenesis in the context of constantly stressed out, constantly adrenal driven, because you won't get into ketosis. Too little fat, you won't get into ketosis. That's when people start jumping ship over to the fruit noise. You either are going to do carbs and get quick energy that makes you crash, or you're going to try to do keto and get into ketosis. Now, can you lose weight on a low carb, high fat diet? Can you be healthy? Yes. You just have to time out those carbs all day long. And if you time them out and you're not eating carbohydrates that make you have a bolus amount of insulin reaction, your blood sugar stays stable, and you're getting your fats in, you're getting your proteins in, you exercise, you develop GLUT4 receptors, your sleep is good, circadian rhythm, you can have carbs and be healthy. If you're not bloated on the carbs that you eat, of course. But ketogenic diets are where it's at. They sustain your energy and allow that candida to go, histamine to go, leaky gut to seal up and heal. It's just hard to get into ketosis. And it's not for the faint at heart. It's not for the non-disciplined. It's only for those who are disciplined. By the way, I'm going to do this expose of this garbage of crapping twice a week, and look how flat my stomach is, and look how not bloated I am. There's a guru talking, and I can't take it anymore. We're done with this, okay? Because I'm getting these people who are getting obstructions of the bowels. I only poop twice a week, and the lies continue. People don't like when I call it out, but if I don't, nobody else will, and then all these people get sick. It's a thing, I know. Comment below. Are you trying to figure out if you want to get into ketosis, do low carb? Because you're not going to get energy from protein or fruit. Just ex-nay those. And building muscle, obviously getting into ketosis means that you're insulin sensitive. You don't need a lot of protein, my people, to build muscle. You need to be insulin sensitive. That's what drives the amino acids into the muscle cell. Eating too much protein is counterintuitive. Kidney problems. You don't actually grow more muscle if you have leaky gut. Foamy urine. I did a whole urine video. Comment below if any of this video speaks to you. And my website is stephanieperson.com if you need a book or consultation. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. I run a course where I cover all 3 diets, and I'm working on my challenge, and I'm out.